All right, guys, how you guys doing today? So I am going to now do the second part of how to getting and how to stay organized and helping your children get and how to stay more organized. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to kind of go as a review over what we've already talked about. And then from there, we will be able to we'll kind of go on to the next 5, 6, and 7, and 8 that we did not cover. All right. So again, we just kind of talk about the 4 different things that we had to do. First one we talked about was breaking things down for the kids. We want to make sure we break down what it is that we want them to accomplish and what our expectations are for them, and breaking down the steps for them to be able to get to what they want to accomplish, right? So instead of saying, go clean your room, start with teaching them, say, hey, pick up all the toys first. After pick up all the toys, let's pick up all the clothes. After pick up all the clothes, then we go to the next step and kind of building it that way. And that's where we got the breaking it down part, how that came to. Making a to-do list for the kids. Something that you want them to have done, you want them to accomplish. I just got a parent tell me yesterday that her kids made their own little to-do list, and they had a goal that they wanted, but they had a to-do list, and they knocked all the things off the to-do list, and the kids wanted to go to CNY Rock Gym. So it was really cool that they made the list and they got the things they wanted to get done, and then they showed their parents what they were able to do, and we're hoping that was going to reward them with the opportunity to be able to go to the Syracuse Rock Gym. So that was really cool to kind of see that was something that kind of took place right away. Having routines, building routines is so important. Routines and structure and what we already do, and it becomes a habit when you start building a routine. So we want to make sure we're focused on that with them as well. All right, and then we're going to go into the next one. Sorry here. Was have them write it down, right? Have them write down. This is number 4. We're going to have them write down what it is that they are going to that they want to do, what they're looking to do, and how they're going to get it done. That's really important too. It's kind of like teaching them how to set goals as well, right? So when you write it down, you're able to achieve it. So now we're going to number 5. Number 5, no wake-up call. So what we want to teach our kids, and this is just kind of teaching them to be more organized and get to a habit, is how to be able to wake themselves up when they have their alarm. And it's time for them to school. Parents, let's read what it says. When kids are old enough, parents can stop waking them up for school. Forcing your kids to get themselves up out of bed already and ready for school requires them to use a organizational skill. So again, it's important that they're able to get up on their own and be able to get them, obviously if they're old enough, be able to get themselves dressed, ready, brush their teeth, wash their face, whatever their morning routines are. That's really important to be able to get them in a habit of doing that kind of on their own. One thing I can say about my Joe, he does a wonderful job of waking up on his own, getting up in a timely manner when he's supposed to be up. We don't ever have to really wake him up. He gets up on his own. He knows how to get dressed, how to brush his teeth. He does all that on his own, which is really good. It helps teaches him to be a little more organized and a little more independent in what he wants to do. All right. The next one is make a home for their items. So again, it's so funny because I just had this conversation yesterday, and this conversation was everything has its place. Everything has its place, right? So if you look at stuff, even in your own home or in your own office, or your kids have their own rooms, or wherever you may be, everything has its place. So there's a place for everything to go. And you want to try to always remember that and teach your kids that as well. And then show them where certain things belong. And if they know where it belongs, that's where they're going to make sure they go and put it. All right. So again, everything has its place, and making sure that everything has a home for the items that they are that you need to have put away. Number 7, cooking lessons. Cooking lessons is a great way of being organized as well, because when you're doing cooking lessons, you teach them how to cook. There's certain steps that you have to follow in order to make whatever recipe you're trying to have come into play. So teaching them how to cook and different steps that it takes and the ingredients and things of that nature that goes into cooking is really, really important for them to be able to learn. It helps them learn as well. And then also think about the dynamics that it's going to help in relationship building with you and your child, having the ability to do this together. So that's a great one to do. And then rewards. Again, I just explained that, with my kids, they do their chores. They have certain accomplishments that I need them to do, and they're able to, they can make a little money from it, So if we have a shoe area that sometimes it gets just an array of shoes, we just have so many shoes in our household, but it becomes a mess. So I'll give Joe a small task like, hey, Joe, straighten up all these shoes, bud. You get $2. Man, he straighten those shoes up, be so amazingly looking, and he does a great job at that. So, that's the rewards for helping keep the kids organized, because that's like us as adults, as parents. The more organized we are, the more benefits and rewards that we receive from our bosses or from for people that we work for, or just in life in general. There are rewards for it. Some rewards are monetary, some rewards are different ways of just a recognition or whatever it may be. So that's how you want to have it set up for the kids as well. Again, this was our how to keep your kid more organized and staying more organized. These are some ways to do it. So let's kind of just do a quick recap. Number 8 was a reward system. All right. So when they accomplish all the goals you want them to accomplish, what is their reward? It doesn't have to be a reward. I mean, that's something that I have established with my kids too. There doesn't have to be an reward. It's just what we have to do, right? But a reward system for the kids is always good. It's always appreciative to them. All right. Again, teaching them how to cook. Cooking lessons would be an awesome way to help teach them organizational skills and measurements and things like that, and how certain things have to be in certain places or a certain amount to make it become a successful bake or cake or cookies or whatever it is that you're making. So when the kids understand that, it helps them, again, continue to grow and become more organized. Next thing, everything has its place. Everything has its place to make a home for your items. So everything's got to have a place that it should go. And you want to make sure the kids understand that, and that's where you want them to go. That was number 8 or 6 rather. Okay, no wake-up calls. All right, this one again, teaching your kids how to wake up on their own, be more self-efficient in the morning, where you don't have to do everything for them. I mean, once they reach a certain age, they should be able to do those type of things on their own, which I think is a great thing to help teach them independence, as well as being organized within the time frame that they have to have before they have to go to school or whatever it is they may have to do for the day. Number next, write it down. This is number 4, I believe. This was number 4 on our 1 through 4. Write it down. Write down what your expectations are. If you have a place where things go, write down where it goes. The shocks go here. When you have things you want them to accomplish, write it down so they can see it, and then have them write it with you. And then they write it with you. It's kind of like their own writing, kind of like making their own little contract for themselves. Next one was having routines. Routines help build habits, right? When you follow a certain routine, and positive routines helps build good habits. So that's one thing we want to make sure you're trying to keep kids to be able to do. Number next is to-do list. Have a to-do list. What are the things that you want them to accomplish? Just kind of set throughout their day, and have that list in a position where they can see it. Maybe even have like a dry erase board in their room. All right, your to-do list for this week is, and then write down all the things you want them to be able to do. Great opportunity for that to happen as well, to help them become more organized. And then there is breaking the task down. So whatever you want them to do, sometimes kids can be overwhelmed by how much they feel there is to do, instead of looking at, if we broke it down to small increments, it wouldn't be as bad. So again, I hope this organizational skills will help you and your family. Again, if you haven't commented that you want the PDF, go ahead and comment that you want the PDF, and I will make sure I get you this PDF that you can have at home, and you can go over with your kids, and you can share with anyone else that you know that's looking for some type of way to help keep their kids more organized. All right, guys. So that is just about it. I want to thank you guys for joining me on this session here. And there's more sessions to come on great ways to help not just your kids, but also help you as well. I feel that some of these tips can help us as adults, as well as helping with our children as well. So hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you all soon. Have a great day. Bye now.